What's going on, guys? I'm Relatable Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast 1 with the Ascended Crafters. I'm super excited about today's episode, so let's get on into it. I'm over here in the mining dimension here at our little digital miner guy here, and he is done. We got a lot of good stuff out of that. I already actually started processing up, and it's probably done, our osmium from that, because I wanted to get that done. And that's not the right way to go. Let me drop down here, and we should have... Oh, it's all in the enrichment chamber, that's right. I upgraded this to an ultimate enrichment factory because I want it to be faster. And why is that so loud? Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, so I set this to an ultimate enrichment factory and fully upgraded it, so it's nice and fast. Oh, it's not actually fully upgraded, but you know, close enough. So it's nice and quick now, but we'll work on that later this episode. I'm not too worried about that right now. I want to head back over to the mining dimension here, and you may have spotted in my inventory, we've got a builder. So I know that I had said about maybe just sticking with the digital miner, but no. We need more stuff. We need more stuff. We need a lot more stuff. So we're going to put this diamond backpack to use, and we're going to put this builder to use, and we're gonna do some serious mining. I do think that I would like to maybe upgrade this to a netherite backpack though. So I think that the first thing we're gonna try and do is get a little bit of netherite, which should be pretty easy if I just go into our digital miner here in the nether and add ancient debris. However in the world you do that, I'm not actually sure how to do. Maybe something like Minecraft ancient debris? No matching targets. Oh, let me figure this out. Oh, okay, so this is pretty cool. I just discovered that you can do item stack and you can drag it out of JEI. No item. The item's right there. I decided to just go in and getting a piece of ancient debris because that was easier than trying to figure this out. I don't know how the item stack or the item tag thing works anymore. So I just dug down until I found one. Pretty easy. So we should be good to start it now, right? Yeah, so it's getting power. And it's actually working this time, which is good. This flux point is actually doing what it's supposed to. And I guess that's it. 17 ancient debris. Cool. That's plenty. I didn't need a whole lot. And we'll probably end up quarrying some out of the nether at some point anyways, so I'm not too terribly worried about getting a whole bunch of it right now out of the dimensional miner. I'm probably going to end up making a second quarry and running it like at the nether roof or something so that we can make just like an absolute butt ton of ancient debris out of it. But I'm going to go ahead and see what we can process this with. I'm assuming that I can send it through something. Maybe the enrichment chamber. That gets me 2. Crusher gets me dirty netherite scraps, which I can then send. Okay, so I can crush it and then enrich it is what it looks like. Crush it and then enrich it, and that should work out pretty well. Let me just speed that up a little bit. And yeah, so that gets me the dirty scraps, and then these dirty scraps can come over here. Where did they go? Dirty scraps can come over here, and that'll get us almost a stack of netherite scraps. So that is pretty sweet. It's almost 1 ingot per ancient debris, which is really, really nice. By the way, I forgot to mention, you may notice that I've done a little decorating down here. We've got all of our stuff moved down here. Storage is right here. And check this out. I got this little trapdoor thing, little framed trapdoor from Block Carpentry. So all of our refined storage cables and whatnot are going to be run under here. Pretty cool. This one is run all the way up to our chickens because it was easier to just do an import to our things than try and move all the chickens down somewhere where they would look decent. So everything is just getting imported into right here. And, you know, we're doing pretty good. We got 1.2 million diamond blocks. So I would say we're doing all right on resources, but that's not what we're worried about right now. We're worried about getting us just a piece of netherite for now. And then we're going to need us a smithing table. Is that right? A smithing table. Let's see here. Yep, just like that. I'll grab one of those and I'll just slap it down right there for now. And we'll throw our diamond backpack in there and make that a netherite backpack. So now that thing is nice and big. And then we're going to head back on over to our mining dimension and get this quarry all set up. So the way that I typically do these quarries is I like to do the manual setup for laying out how you're going to do it. So I'm actually going to open up my chunks and I'm going to, yeah, that's fine. It's all in one chunk. That's what I wanted to make sure so that I can chunk load this. And I should actually be able to set this to chunk loading right there, just like that. So now I can shift click this on here. This is a clearing fortune quarry because I like to be able to see where I'm working. Select the first corner just like that, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chunks. We'll go 10 chunks over. And then what I'll do, forgot that I take damage. And what I'll do is just dig down like this, all the way to the bottom. And then I'm going to set another point at the bottom of this to tell the quarry to mine all the way to over here. And we'll see that in action here in just a second. So once you've got down to bedrock here, you just click the other one. And I'm actually going to set a waypoint up at the top here so that I'm able to get back to this area, because I do kind of want to watch it and make sure that it's running properly. Look how deep this thing is going to have to dig. It's cool with the cave update how deep these quarries have to go now. Alright, so I'm going to just quick set a waypoint here. Add waypoint, quarry, corner, something like that. And then we'll head back on over to the quarry. Should be right over here. Yep. And then all I should have to do is click that into there and hit start. Oh, redstone mode ignored. And then hit start. And it should start going. Not enough room. No usable storage on top or bottom. Because I need to do that. And there we go. It's pretty loud. Let me, what is that? Blocks? Yeah, I'm going to turn that down some because that's super loud. But yeah, it seems like it's running pretty well. Oh, what kind of power are we pulling? Oh. Not that much. 20,000. We're making way more than 20,000. Bypass limit. Power surge. I don't know what the deal is there with it only wanting to pull 20,000. I think I had this problem. Didn't I have the same weird issue like this in something else where it wasn't wanting to pull power right? Let's see if we can go like that. Now is it pulling more? Maybe? I don't know. Seems like it's working though. Guess as long as it's working, I'm not going to sweat it too much. But that's awesome. So we're getting all kinds of resources out of that. Getting lots of good stuff that we're going to be needing. We're going to need this dimensional shards because I'm eventually going to want to infuse this bad boy. And it seems like it's working now. So pulling 40,000, it's working. I don't know why it's only able to take 20,000 per side, I guess. And it's still saying not enough power, but it looks like it's getting power. Oh, does this thing have a battery or something? Is that what the deal was? Because when I look at this, it says 0 FE at the top, so I don't know. But it seems like it's working fine, even though it says not enough power. I think it's getting enough power because it's moving good. So yeah, I'm not going to worry too much about it. So one thing we can do is actually, I'm going to tell it to stop. I'm going to snag that out. And I'm going to get all of the dimensional shards that we've got. I'm going to throw the builder in there and throw these dimensional shards in there. And I should be able to infuse this bad boy pretty quick. It's not going to get to 100% quite yet. Yeah, about 50%, but that's okay. That'll at least help it get more stuff faster. And with less power consumption, I believe. Or maybe more power consumption. It says it's supposed to reduce power consumption. But it doesn't appear to have reduced power consumption. It confuses me why it can only input so much power per side. So I guess I'm going to have to add some more of these Ultimate Universal Pipes. I don't know what the deal is there. That seems odd to me. There we go. So adding that made it work. Pulling about 46 to 50,000 a tick now. And it's going like crazy fast. So that's awesome. That should get us more dimensional shards, which we'll be able to use to continue to infuse this bad boy. And over time, we'll be able to ore process all of this stuff, which is the end goal is to get stuff out of it. Like the iron and gold, I can probably throw away, and diamonds and all, coal, redstone, I can probably just kind of toss. Emeralds, but lapis will be nice because that's one thing that we're not able to get out of our bees, or not our bees, our chickens. And some of the other stuff will be nice to get. Silver will be good. This dry ice we can use for power if we end up doing that. And all kinds of stuff, man. And it's going to be good to have this quarry running. So I'm probably just going to leave that run for a long time. We can infuse it some more at some point, but I do want to work on some ore processing for all of this stuff. I believe all of it can be mechanism ore processed. Just want to make sure. Only thing that I don't like is this weird ratio. I don't know how to... I don't know, we might end up just doing... I'm not really sure, man, because like the chemical injection chamber, I think, is the best way to go. But 3 to 8, I mean, it kind of sucks. It's just aggravating because... And then you can do something with this, I guess. I don't know what that multiplies to. But the 3 to 8 is just not... Because then you have to try and figure out how to input just the right amount and whatever. So I guess we'll just go with ore doubling or something for now. So before we get into ore processing, I actually want to get into a bit of refined storage auto crafting, just some basic auto crafting. So I've just got a couple of iron crafters here. And we're going to need a pattern grid as well. Pattern grid. Something like that. And we'll need to make a grid, which is going to take a couple of these processors. Just like so, and just like so. Then we'll make us a grid. And then we'll need some patterns. I'll go ahead and make a stack, because we're going to end up needing that. And then I'll just smack that. Actually, I think what I'll do is break that cable and then put our pattern grid right there. And that should be able to access both of those now. I can put the pattern right up there. And the first thing that I actually want to make is more crafters. So we're going to set up the recipe for crafters. We're going to set up the recipe for all of these construction cores and destruction cores and all of that good stuff. And all the way up to probably whatever the best tier crafter we can get is probably going to be diamond right now, because we don't really have a great source of netherite yet. But we'll be able to go up to diamond, I believe, because these neural processors just take some various different things here. Nothing too bad. So yeah, I'm going to just get all of that ready. So I also went ahead and set up an ultimate smelting factory. I've got the back set to input output. So I should be able to go like this and add some smelting recipes like that. And let me just test that out real quick. Let me take that and just see if I can make one of those. I don't know if it'll hold it or if it'll just work right. And it looks like it just worked. Awesome. So I should be able to make... I'm going to just make like a stack of these. I think I can... Oh, we're missing silicone. Oh crap, I'm going to have to go back and reset the recipes to be the right silicone. Okay, I did have to set up an importer. I realized that I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, and this does need an importer, and I will end up going with some speed upgrades in there. So that's probably going to be the next thing that I set up auto crafting for. Let's go ahead and make like 2 diamond crafters and see how that does. I want to see how it does the smelting and all of that. And I'll also go ahead and set up a recipe for those speed upgrades. Cool, so I got us a gold crafter here actually, and you'll see at the top where it says current speed 9 times. The way it works is since this has 9 slots, 9 times speed in the crafter is the max you're going to get. So if I were to put this diamond crafter at which current speed is 25, this is gonna limit that. So you would, if I put that there, it would say something like speed limited by Ultimate Smelting Factory. So you're better off to use the diamond ones for just regular crafting, and then use a gold one with full speed upgrades for putting into here. And let's go ahead and test it out and try and make like some silicone or something. Let me make 9 stacks of that, and you should see, yeah, it's just pumping it straight in there, doing really well. And it immediately gets pulled out because that guy also is fully upgraded. So yeah, that's awesome. That's going to be great for our auto crafting needs. So I'm going to go through and just set up some more recipes for these and probably upgrade all of these to diamond tier. And then we'll try and get into a little bit of ore processing. Alright, cool y'all. So I got all of our stuff set up in auto crafting for the most part. All of our machines and whatnot are in there. So we're going to start out with some some electrolytic separators going into purification chambers. I'm going to set up 5 rows of ore auto processing, and this will end up as ore doubling. Now down the road, we're going to actually be able to, I was looking at what we can do for ore processing, and I saw that we can actually do like this, and then these we can process through the chemical injection chamber for 1 to 24. And so that's 9 ores to 24. So that's a pretty good output there. Almost 3 times. So that'll be pretty nice once we get there, but that requires brine, which is a little more down the road than we are right now. We could get there, but we're gonna go ahead and get this set up for now, and it'll still kind of feed off of that later. So it'll be good to have this already set up. So I've got my purification chambers here. I'm going to slap those all right here in front of these electrolytic separators, and these will be making oxygen, and I'm probably just going to dump hydrogen because we're not going to need it. We're just going to need oxygen go into these purification chambers. After the purification chamber, you're going to send it to an enrichment chamber, right? Yep, enrichment chamber, just like so. And let me grab a piece of cross terracotta so that I can block off the center point there. Enrichment chamber, and I actually already had one that was an ultimate enrichment factory. And then after the enrichment chamber, you're just going to have to smelt it. And I'm probably going to try and get all of these up to ultimate. Also, I upgraded our power. I don't remember if I showed that on camera, but now we're making, I don't even know how much, a stupid amount. Yeah, it's awesome. So I'm going to be able to make all of these ultimate, I think, and be perfectly fine. So that's probably going to be the next step, and then we'll get into automating all of the process. Cool, so I've got all of these upgraded all the way. They're fully speed, full energy. These you can't make into factories, but everything else is. I'm hoping that these 5 will be able to keep up, but if not, I'll just double it if I have to. So let's go ahead and start getting stuff connected. So we're going to do water into the back of these electrolytic separators, just like this. And I'm going to go ahead and throw an upgrade on that. And then we're going to tell it to dump hydrogen on all of them. Dump, 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 dump. And actually, I want it to dump completely, not just dump excess, because I don't want to accidentally pull hydrogen instead of oxygen into our ultimate purifying factories. So then we've got our gas pipes. Maybe I need to tell it gases front should be output 2. Yep, there we go. Okay, so I need to go through and set that up for all of them. Cool, now our purifying factories all have oxygen. And then really this is where the easy part kind of comes in. This is just going to be setting up some item pipes. So I'm going to make a few more item pipes here. And I mean, this is just sending the items between these, and then I'll have to set up some importers and exporters, and that'll pretty much be it, I believe. Should be able to just set these all to pull. Set these all to pull just like that, and add some upgrades here, and do that for the same on this side. And then probably have to go through and check the input and output on all these machines, but considering that it connected, I'm guessing it's probably all right. They should... Okay, so their default input is the front. We want them to all output from the front and input from the back. Yep. Just like that. So you want it output to the front, input from the back. Output from the front, input to the back. You see how that works. And I'm just going to make a couple of importers here. I upgraded all of our crafting, so it's like super fast. And we're also going to need some exporters. And I'm going to go ahead and make a recipe for those so that I can just make those super quick. And watch how quick that is. It's like instant. And then we'll slap an importer on these just like this. Actually, tell you what if we do output to the bottom? Right? Output to the bottom like this, and then I can import it. Oh wait, no, that's where the power is. So never mind, that's not gonna do me any good. So yeah, I'm gonna do it from the top. Because then I can run a cable over the top of it, right? And those were exporters. These should be importers, sorry. And I'm actually going to make these exporters into advanced exporters because then you can set more filters. Got these set to input from the top. Yep. All right. That should be it, really. I should just be able to run some refined storage cables over and have that working. So I'm going to try and get this as organized looking as possible. It's going to be kind of tough. Alright, and all I should have to do now really is throw some speed upgrades and whatnot in those. So I'm going to need 20 of these, and I'm out of sugarcane, of course. I set up one of these botany pots here with sugarcane, so that helps with that. I need 20 of those. Nice and quick. And I'll slap those into these importers here. And the last thing that we should have to do, really, and I'll end up speeding these up as well, but we need to start setting some filters. So let's run over to our quarry, and we'll grab all of the different ores that we need to process. I actually moved our quarry. Well, I didn't move the quarry itself, but I moved where it's mining. It's actually mining like a giant area over this way because this one finished overnight last night. So it's doing like super well. We got a ton of stuff. It's working fantastic. It's saying not enough power, but it's pulling 80,000 tick, and I don't know how to make it do more. So I'm not really sure what to do there. But sometimes it'll say not enough power, but sometimes it'll be full. So I'm not really sure what the deal is there. But anyways, let's come and grab just one of each ore that we're going to be processing here. Guys, I feel kind of silly. These have to go through a crusher and then an enrichment chamber. So this whole setup is going to have to get moved forward one block. And I'm going to have to add crushers here where the enrichment chambers are. Alright, I got the crushing factories in the middle. They're all upgraded and everything. And everything is working great. I'm running this one as a test. And it is doing fantastic. So I should be able to just do the same thing for all of these as far as the exporters go. And that's going to process up everything that we could possibly need here. And this is awesome, guys. This is so awesome. So now really the only thing that we've got to worry about is getting everything from the backpack out there to our system. And that's going to be pretty easy. I'll probably end up just setting up some kind of wireless thing. Now that we've got netherite, we can do wireless receivers and transmitters, which is pretty easy, I believe. Refined storage, transmitter, and we should be able to make everything that we need for that. And I'll do the same thing with the receiver. Yep, just like that. And I'll throw that in one of our crafters here. And we should be able to make one of both of those. Oh, we're missing a netherite ingot because I didn't make all of it into netherite. That's alright. I'll get this set up and we'll go and see how we're looking. Alright, I've got us some power run over here. I actually ended up upgrading our storage a little bit just so that we are able to kind of handle everything we're about to be bringing in. But let's grab, I'm going to go through again and grab all of the ores that we're going to want because I don't want to pull like cobblestone and all of that random stuff into our system. I just want stuff that we're planning on processing. come into the system. And that might be everything. Is that everything? I believe that is all of it. And then I can slap this importer there, and I want to quickly be sure to set all of the filters there. And I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, I'm missing tin. Or sorry, silver. Alright. And then I should just be able to super quick import that. And oh, whitelist. There we go. Now it's pulling everything into the system. And we should be able to see it working down here if we go to our ore processing center. So these, I guess, are not able to keep up with the speed at which everything is inputting, because that seems really slow. So let's try and put in a stack upgrade. Alright, and I've got our stack upgrades, so I'm going to see how that works. See if that maybe helps out a little bit. Because it seems like these are like really slow. I don't know why. That seems like that should help out a little bit. And I need one more. There we go. Got our last stack upgrade. And I'll throw that in there. And I guess it's just going to be processing zinc for a really long time. And we are struggling on oxygen and water. 2 is like barely able to run it, but I think I'll probably end up upgrading it to 3 off camera. I mean, because these are fully upgraded and it's still, I mean, you can see some of them are getting kind of caught up. So I'm probably going to have to upgrade that to 3 of them. I did upgrade the mechanical pipes here, so we shouldn't have to worry about water. But I'm probably going to, like I said, end up having to move this to 3 electrolytic separators. I didn't think 1 would be enough, but I figured I would test it out just to see. But guys, that's probably going to be it for this episode. We got a lot done today. We got quarry running, we got auto crafting, we got full ore processing, and we're going to be getting a ton of different things. We're already getting a ton of zinc out of that now. Yeah, we're doing great. So that is awesome. Still only getting zinc, which is kind of funny, but it looks like we're processing at almost the rate that we're getting. Actually, it looks like we're processing faster than we're getting it at this point. So that's fantastic. That's exactly what we want, is to be processing faster than we're getting it. But guys, I appreciate y'all watching. If you liked it, you know, hit the like button, maybe hit subscribe, and y'all, I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.